Today we'll talk about the El Niño Southern Oscillation and what it could mean for our temperatures this winter. It's lead weather team meteorologist Joe Martucci. Good to be here with you, and we're showing you right now our water temperature anomaly map. In other words, how much above or below average are our water temperatures here in mid-October. And you see a lot of these oranges and yellows off the coast of South America here, off the coast of Peru and Ecuador. Well, that area is where we look to see if we're in an El Nino or a La Nina. And with warmer than average waters, we are in an El Nino. This is actually our first El Nino winter in 4 winters here. So an El Nino is when we see warm waters off the coast of South America, but typically they are closer towards Asia as opposed to South America as the trade winds push from east to west. But on occasion, we do see the trade winds weaken and those warmer waters come back to South America like we're seeing this year. And there are different levels to El Nino. There's weak El Nino, moderate El Nino, strong El Nino, and on rare occasion, a very strong El Nino. And the phase of the El Nino determines not only our temperatures, but also how much precipitation and, yes, snow we could see. So in a typical El Nino pattern, you have the Pacific jet to the south here in the southern United States, bringing wet conditions across much of the south. And then you have the polar jet to the north. They're separated here. And we see some drier weather in between those jets over in the Midwest. Now, when we get into a La Nina, which is cooler than average waters off the equatorial coast of South America here, we are talking about the polar jet and the Pacific jet meeting up. And that means that the storm track stays more in the Midwest rather than off the east coast of the United States. That typically means it's more wetter than whiter with snow for a lot of those cities in the I-95 corridor extending into the southeast as well. So I do believe when it comes to our temperatures here, if you're in Virginia to Kentucky on north and east, it's a mild start to the winter. December and January winds up above average, but colder shots come in as we go into February and March here. We could even be below average for the month. We go down into the south here, into North Carolina on south, and it generally should be cooler than average, and that's probably because we're going to be wetter than average as well. The clouds will help to keep temperatures down. And then out towards Chicago on north and west, warmer than average temperatures. Now, we're going to have a full winter outlook for you on our Across the Sky podcast. New episodes come out every Monday on that. We're going to speak about what each region of the United States should expect this winter. That comes out on October 30th. So set your calendars now and make sure to download and subscribe to the podcast.